Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another one of my ramblings. I got to see some kittens today. Some little newborn kittens. They were 5 weeks old, and they were all 4 were black, and 2 of them had I don't remember how you say it. It starts with a P, but they had thumbs. Pterodactyl? Yeah. Well, anyways, they were really cute. And I went to visit some friends. Did a little social undistancing because I've been really just cooped up in the house. And it's been kind of lame. Like, I sleep, I wake up, I'm hungry, I eat. Eating makes me feel tired because I eat too much, and then I go to sleep again, and then I wake up and I'm hungry. It's a vicious cycle. I hope everybody out there listening to my random things that I want to talk about, I hope you all are doing well and surviving this social isolation or social distancing, whatever you call it. I've always been an introvert before, so not being able to go and visit friends when I feel like it is starting to make me feel kind of weird. Cause a little bit of depression. It can cause me to feel a little bit sad when I try to reach out to people to just talk and connect. So that's kind of part of like the way I am. My makeup is like I really just want to feel like engaged. And I've looked into codependency. It's not like a codependent way. I just look to be engaged with somebody or a group of people for a specific purpose. I think everything has to have meaning, and it's kind of not really easy for me to just chill and do nothing, but I've had to learn how to do a lot of that lately. Like chill and do nothing and embrace my new life, that which is of my entrepreneurship and my own creation of what I want my life to be like, which is something I've been working on for like more than 12 years. And I really thought I could work at the post office and create the things that I've been so inspired to create with my life, but I couldn't do both. And it was impossible to do both. So the universe said, nope, you're not doing a post office. You've got no reason to not work on the things that you want to work on right now to create the life that I want to create. Anyways, that's what the universe told me. So I've been thinking about topics that I wanted to talk about today, and I only came up with a couple today. I mean, like, I'm sure there's more, or the ones that I organized to speak about today are nature and how I think that it really helps get me feeling okay, like centered and balanced and grounded, and like going to the parks and listening to the water of the creek is something that really relaxes me, and going on long walks in the woods and the trails, something that's really nice and relaxing that I like been doing lately. So that helps me feel good. And I believe that I did a lot of going outside at trails and walking and stuff before, but I kind of have a new appreciation for it because the anxiety levels of all this social distancing, I'm feeling a little isolated, and I'm creating this content now so that people can just listen to me talk, because I have a lot of stories and I have a lot of things to talk about and a lot of ideas and theories I want to get out. And I'm not even like a professional, so like my word can't be taken as fact. So pretty much this is for entertainment purposes and comforting purposes. It's for soothing the aching world. God. Because I always felt drawn to be like a life coach, kind of like empowering people somehow, be a writer, be a content creator. I'm somewhat of an entertainer, I guess you could say, but I really just feel like I have this compelled feeling to help people not suffer. And that's what I feel like I was put on this planet to do. So since we had to do this COVID thing, it's kind of got me looking at my life a little more closely and kind of lighting a fire under my ass, so to speak, to get the messages out that I want to get out. Because it won't happen unless I make it happen, and I found a way to like just record these audios and put them on YouTube instead of me making a show of it with my face, because I'm super animated and I get distracted by my own by my own behaviors, so it's just easier to talk. So I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, getting out in nature, get out, and I'm sure you all have been. I see a lot of families out walking and biking and a lot of people out and about, which is nice. And I've been able to get out, to the woods. So, and when you go to the woods, really, really, really try to be calm to yourself and try to, this is just a suggestion, try to communicate with the trees and talk to the bushes and say hi to the plants. Like, you can communicate with them. I've heard research and theories of people I can't really quote at the moment because I don't know who or remember really, but there's people who believe that nature is trying to communicate with us, like trees. They are essentially, yelling, trying to get our attention, and in their own way, not like yelling like we yell, but they're trying to have us listen. They want us to listen. It's kind of like the Native Americans. They say, you listen. And I felt really good one day, like years and years ago. I tried singing to a bush, like I was out in a park or something, and I was feeling happy, and I was feeling like in a really good mood. So I started singing to this bush, and I felt I wasn't high or nothing. I wasn't on drugs. Wasn't drinking. Completely sober. I think I was waiting for a bus. Was what I was doing. I was waiting for a bus. And I started singing to this bush, thinking, well, I just watched a webinar of people who think plants are trying to communicate to us and that we can communicate to plants. So I tried singing to a bush. And I don't sing that well, but the bush actually enjoyed my attention. I could feel it. So, just a suggestion. Maybe you don't have to sing to the bushes, but talk to them. Like, say hello. Say, I acknowledge you, tree. I acknowledge you, flower. I acknowledge you, bush. Any kind of way. Gonna open up those lines of communication to the nature and see how you feel. Just a suggestion. And the other thing I wanted to mention before I go is that check up on your friends. I mean, we all got our besties and stuff, but keep in touch with people that are your, essentially your, tribe or your close family, in your family or out of your family. Keep, in touch. Because I feel like I've been trying to keep in touch with people like I've known for years. And it just, maybe it's just because I'm coming out of my funk of years and years of trying to avoid, interacting. I think that could be what I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing people kind of just not want to engage. They'll talk on the phone for a little bit, but they just kind of, they want to go back to doing their thing. And I don't know if it's just like me and I'm really weird. It's probably part of it. But I just want to chat and our talk to people. And I think that's really going to help the toxic side of our internet and our social media as people get on there and they've kind of started substituting social media as interaction and keeping in touch with people. And I don't really feel that that I don't really feel that I've been able to keep in closer contact with, like using Facebook, because it's like I feel like people kind of use social media as a form of entertainment. Like I was young and the internet came out when I was like a teenager, and I really, really, really liked it because, wow, you could talk to whoever far away and whatnot. But then after it just got more and more advanced with the internet and social media and stuff, I really started feeling like it wasn't really a way that was making me feel good. And then all the studies came out, like that social media can cause depression and mess up your dopamine levels and everything. I realized that it's not social. It's not. Because we came from, like, my generation came from when the internet and social media was created. We could talk to more people. That was like back in the days of when we were still connected outside of the internet. And lately I've been just kind of feeling that it's advanced to a point where people just, use it as a form of entertainment to satisfy whatever they're trying to satisfy for themselves, rather than actually connecting with people, which that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm starting this YouTube project, and I want to do the hangouts, the Google Hangouts on the full moons and the new moons, and the new moon will be April 22nd, and the hangouts button is in the link. You're invited to join and listen in on the hangouts call. You don't have to be on video. Excuse me. You don't have to be on video. You can just be on audio and watch me do a little moon ceremony for healing and protection of the world. And we'll just kind of go from there and see how I can develop this project of getting people more connected with themselves and more connected with each other and more connected with nature. And that's my goal. It's like what I want to create in the world, and I've been thinking about what I want to create in the world for a really long time. So that's, like I said, what I'm trying to do with this project, and it'll be a little bit choppy and not very well organized at first, but I kind of have an idea of where I'm going now with it, so that's what I'm going to do. And I appreciate you listening. That's all the things I really want to talk about today. Get out in nature. Try to start communicating with nature. And get in touch with your friends. Get more social. Take a little social media break and actually get your friends and see how they're doing. Some people you haven't talked to in a long time, and just let's find out how they're doing, because we're in a time where our selfish consumerism nature of how we all have been living for so long, it's being challenged, and we need to check on our friends, check who needs help, and just connect and say hello. I care about you. Anyway, that's really all I got for today. I think. Been pressuring myself to make these videos, and then I pressure myself to procrastinate. So thanks for bearing with me, and my message should be getting a little more clear in the future very soon. So thanks. Bye-bye for now.